Konbanwa. Hello from London. Yes, if you're a regular viewer, you'll know what's coming up. It's a quick update on my Learning Basic Japanese project. First, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm Dr. Gareth Popkins. Here we talk not only about my own language learning projects, but we've got tips, we look at methods, a bit of language related vlogging, and lots of inspiring interviews with great language learners and teachers. If you haven't yet subscribed for the vibe, please do. And you can get my free Language Learner Pro training, it's video training, by following the link underneath this video. Yes, if you've been with the channel for a while, you know that back in January I set myself the goal of learning some basic Japanese before my first visit to Japan in October. There are only 4 weeks left actually now before I hit the road. I'm off to Singapore and to Hong Kong before I arrive in Fukuoka for the Polyglot Conference in the middle of October. Now, if you're a regular viewer as well, you'll know that during the last 2 weeks of July and the first 2 weeks of August, I was actually updating weekly because I was doing a summer language sprint where I was putting in an hour a day of the Japanese, plus doing some Basque 5 days a week. Well, since the middle of August, reality has reasserted itself. I'm back in the office on my commute and I've got less time, and I've reverted back to my 30 minutes a day, 7 days a week goal for Japanese. Now, taking then August as a whole, if I'd done what I expected to do during the sprint in the first half of August and the 30 minutes a day goal during the second half, I'd have clocked up 16.5 hours in August as a whole. What I actually managed to do was 16 hours, 55 minutes. Before I get too pleased with myself though, actually that good result masks a bit of a fall off when I hit the office again in the second half of August. Because I got a bit of money in the bank, as it were. I'd been doing a bit more work on Japanese during the sprint period than I had planned to do during that period. So I was able to use up some of that credit because the first couple of days I was back in the office, fell off a bit. I missed a few days on 30 minutes. But yeah, I'm back to that now. Back to pressing ahead with the Japanese from Zero textbook, which I'll say a bit more about in a moment. The other thing that I'm doing again, now I'm back with the commute, is using the flashcards on the underground train and listening again to the Pimsleur audio course as I walk to and from the underground station. I've been doing less flashcard recall practice than I'd hoped during the summer sprint period because I didn't have these times on the commute. And I'd only been listening to the audio course really when I was jogging in the park 3 times a week. And now I'm continuing to do that, but I've also got this all this walking to the station and back time to listen to the Pimsleur Level 2 audio course that I bought several months ago, and which is on my phone. So, as I say, the main backbone of what I'm doing is working through the Japanese from Zero course book, and I'm now at Unit 4 of Book 3. You can see here some more kanji being introduced, the Chinese writing characters, which are introduced for the first time in the Level 3 book. Now, my aim, stated in January, was to complete the Level 3 book. It's a 5-book course, actually, before I go to Japan in October. But I did realise a couple of months ago that that was no longer going to be realistic. And I've actually taken the difficult decision as we move now into September, not really to press on much more at all in Japanese from Zero. As I say, I've started lesson 4 of 12, I think, in this book, but I will try and finish lesson 4 before I go. But my absolute priority now is going to be practicing what I've learned already in Japanese from Zero. And that's going to mean a lot more work using spaced recall with flashcards of phrases, individual words and vocabulary in the book. I don't want to arrive in Japan and to remember that I'd learned something and know what I don't know. I would really like to feel I've got an active command, maybe of less stuff, but yeah, a more confident active command of it. I'd like to get a few lessons in with a native teacher now also on Skype using italki so that I can practice these basic phrases and also practice working up not only the toolkit phrases I need, so asking how you say X or Y in Japanese, asking people to repeat things or to write them down for me, but also working up a bit of conversational language about myself, thinking about my reasons for learning Japanese, why I'm in the country, and sort of anticipating the sort of basic conversations that I might get into when I'm in the country. So that's the plan for the next 4 weeks. And as the trip is getting closer, I've also been making more plans on the practical side. So I've got my accommodation sorted out now for the first 9 nights when I'll be in Fukuoka, finishing up with the Polyglot Conference and then leaving the following day on the Monday, which I think is the 21st of October. I'm going to head on the bullet train to Kyoto for a night, where I've also booked in at a machiya, which is a traditional Kyoto townhouse type hostelry. So I'm looking forward to staying in that. I've got to sort out the accommodation in Tokyo as well for the final 4 nights before I head back to Singapore towards the end of October. So if you've got tips of places to stay or things to see in Tokyo, please do drop me a line underneath in the comments. It would be great to know. That then is what's happening with my Japanese project for the final 4 weeks before I travel. If you're watching this as or shortly after it goes out on Tuesday the 3rd of September, the next thing up on the channel will be a takeaways review of the Polyglot Gathering earlier on this summer in Bratislava. I actually recorded this the day after the gathering finished, and you may have seen the daily vlogs I did from there. Then I was trying to talk to as many participants as possible and give you a sense of the vibe, but I wanted to take a step back and actually focus on the content of some of the many talks I was personally able to attend. And then there'll be another tips video on something completely different next Tuesday. If you're learning Japanese, how's it going so far? Any tips you've got for me, what to do in the last month, what you would do in my position, or what to expect when I arrive in the country, as I say, I'd love to hear from you. Drop them in the comments below, or let me know how your learning of any other language has been going through the summer as we move now into the autumn period and we're perhaps thinking of the next stage or a new start in language learning. As always, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for the vibe, throw me a thumbs up, tickle that bell, and share the affair. Ja, mad